Hi guys, this is Mr. 8K. I'm going to do a couple questions from the Delta Math assignment on rounding numbers. This is pretty simple. I just want to show you if you need to use a calculator, how to use it. So I'm just going to go through a couple examples. All right, so it says here round 6.307 to the nearest hundred. First thing you need to know is 100 has 2 zeros, so that means this number, when we're done, should have 2 decimal places. So we're going to take the calculator now, right here, and we're just going to type in menu 281, and that's going to give us the round. We type in the number 6.307, and we put a comma, and since it has 2 decimal places, we put a 2, and that would be our answer, 6.31, 6.31 cents. All right, we press enter. It says, nice job. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's do another one, new problem. Let me get the calculator up. Okay, so, and I want this way, so I don't have to keep doing this. So we're gonna round this to the nearest tenth. Tenth has 1 0, so that means this number, when we're done, should have 1 decimal. So we're gonna do menu 281, and then we're gonna type in the number $7.698, comma, and we want 1 decimal place, so this will be 7.7. So we type in 7.7, and then we submit it. It says, nice job. Let's see, let me do one more of these. Okay, 4.703 rounded to the nearest hundred. So we're gonna go menu 281, and then we're gonna do 4.703, comma, and that's 2, 4.7. 4.7. If you want to, you can put a 0 there, but you don't need to. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go, let me see if I can find. All right, we're going to do these. These are a little bit more challenging. Actually, they're not. It's just there's more numbers to it. It's the same process. So here we've got 69.08509,571. They want to round it to the nearest 100,000. So what you would say is, how many zeros does that have? Well, it has 5. Yeah, it has 5 zeros. So that means when we're done, this number should have 5 decimal places. So we're going to go menu 281, and we're going to type the number in 69.08509,571, comma 5, because it has 5 zeros, 5 decimal places. That's our final answer. So that's what we type in, 69. What is that? 0851. 0851. And then we press enter. Let's see. Nice. All right, let's do another one. All right, this is rounded to the nearest tenth. That means we're going to have 1 decimal place. So menu 281. And we type the number in 890.635. Now you really don't have to type all of this in if you know it's only going to have 1 decimal place, but I'm going to go ahead and be faithful and do the problem 08 the kind of technically the right way. And then I'm going to type in 1 because we're going to have 1 decimal place. So this will be $890.60. Is that what we got? Yeah, 60 cents. So, and it says, nice job. Let's do one more question. We're right around 5-minute mark. We're going to do this. So they're telling you they want this to the 3 decimal places. 3 decimals, 3 zeros. So this would be to the thousandth place. This is what this is saying. That's the equivalent way of saying that. Menu 281. And we're going to type this number in, 447.2091,554, comma. And then we're going to type in 3 because it says we want 3 decimal places. So that is our answer, 447 209. Press enter. And okay, so that's 5 minutes. I think that's good. Let's see how many more questions. Let me do one more. Okay, this one is telling you 5 decimal places. So this would be rounded to the 100,000 place because 100,000 has 5 zeros. Okay, so we would go menu 281. And then what we're going to do is type this number in 72.925926401, comma. And they're telling us 5 decimal places, so we put a 5 in. That's our answer. 72.92593. Press enter. Nice. Okay, we're done. Again, we're just using menu 281. Once you know what we rounded it to, just count the number of zeros that that number has, and that's the number of decimal places you're going to need. So that's the number you put in after the comma. That's pretty much it, guys. This is the easiest way that I know of using a calculator to help you round. I'm going to stop, and I am going to post.